get rich. Probably not the first thing you expect to hear in a sermon.
Definitely not, no.
Yeah.
You're usually expecting something more along the lines of, humility or charity.
Exactly. But today we're doing a deep dive into a summary of a really controversial sermon given to the single members of a church.
And the central conflict here is, well, it's pretty glaring. It's this friction between spiritual leadership and some pretty blunt financial demands.
So let's unpack that. The source says the priest starts with a clear directive for the singles in the congregation.
Right. First, he tells them to stop looking for benevolence from the church.
So basically, stop expecting financial help. Don't ask for money.
Precisely. It's a sort of pull yourself up by your bootstraps message.
But he doesn't leave it there, does he? He follows that up immediately with that command we opened with.
He does. Get rich. And the reason why they should get rich is, well, that's where it all starts to get a bit strange.
He invites them to take him and his wife out to lunch.
An invitation, yes.
Yeah.
But with a very specific condition attached.
Oh, yeah. The source makes this crystal clear. He says, and you're paying.
And there's the contradiction,
Yeah.
right? In one breath, it's don't ask the church for help.
And in the very next, it's, but you need to pay for my lunch.
It's complete reversal. So what's the justification for this? Did the text say why he felt so entitled?
It did. And it's shockingly simple. He says they should pay for his meals simply because he is a priest.
So he's using the title itself as, what, a form of currency, a reason for tribute.
It seems so. And that's where the source material pushes back with some heavy theological artillery.
The royal priesthood.
Exactly. What is that concept for anyone who might not be familiar?
Well, it's a scriptural idea that, all believers are considered part of a priesthood. It suggests a kind of spiritual equality.
So it's a leveling concept. It flattens the hierarchy.
It really does. The idea is that you have direct access to the divine. You don't necessarily need a special mediator.
So if everyone is part of this royal priesthood, then one person using the title priest to demand a free meal from the others.
It doesn't just feel inappropriate. It feels theologically inconsistent. You're turning a role of service into a status that demands to be served.
And speaking of demands, that wasn't even the only financial piece of this sermon.
Oh, no. There's the book plug.
The book plug. The source says that earlier in the same talk, he told the congregation to buy his book.
So when you take a step back, you see the whole ecosystem he's building.
Right.
1, buy my book. 2, get rich so you can afford things.
Right.
3, take me out to lunch because of my title.
And 4, don't you dare ask the institution for anything in return?
It completely reframes that get-rich command. It's not about them building a secure future or helping others.
No, it's about them becoming better customers for him.
Yeah. It's like a commercial feedback loop hiding inside a sermon.
Yeah.
The source really calls out the irony of a shepherd telling the sheep they need to feed him. Literally.
It's a powerful look at what happens when community support becomes, well, a one-way transaction.
Absolutely. The royal priesthood argues for a horizontal structure, for equality. But this behavior enforces a very strict, very vertical hierarchy.
Where all the resources seem to flow in one direction, up.
Never down.
It's definitely a lot to think about when it comes to leadership and authority. And that leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on. If a spiritual community starts to operate like a business, where you're the customer paying for the leader's lifestyle and merchandise, at what point does the offering just become a membership fee?
That is the question, isn't it?
Thanks for diving in with us. We'll see you next time.